hang on to your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer, a screamer.
What is going on, YouTube? So today I'm going to be doing a video on Saucy Santana and why I think he should be on the next cover of the XXL freshman class of 2022. So lately he's been going around doing like interviews and stuff like that about why he thinks that he's not as big of a star as like some other people that rap and do music and stuff like that. So he was saying the reason why is because he's gay or whatever. And I think it is true because for the past covers, he should have been on there because the work that he puts out, he's consistent with his work. A lot of these artists now, they're not consistent with their work. They might have the clout or they might have like the backing or whatever, but they're not consistent with their work. They're not putting out albums consistently like he has. Like they're not putting in the work like he has. And a lot of his stuff has gotten popular on TikTok, all these social media platforms. He's a meme everywhere. So it's not like he doesn't have the trending backing to be able to be put on the cover. So I don't get why he wasn't asked to be a part. I don't think he was asked to be on the cover last year because he would have said yes, of course. So I feel like he should have been put on the cover this year, of 2021. Because Coyle Ray was on there, but to me, she's not consistent. When's the last time you heard her put out a track? I'll wait. Exactly. Like she's not consistent with her music. We haven't really heard anything popping since Big Purr. So it's like it doesn't make sense why some people ends up on the cover and then he doesn't. He's put out 5 albums in the last 2 years. The latest one he just dropped 2. He has the City Girls on the album. So I really think it's because he is gay. That's why they're not really putting him on the cover because they haven't really had that official gay artist that is put on the cover or whatever. So what I'm gonna do today, this is gonna be fun. We're gonna go for the past like 10 years. We're gonna look at who's been on the cover and to see who's basically fallen off. So it's gonna be really fun to go through each year to see which artist was on each cover. And we're gonna start off with, I believe, 2010. Okay, yeah, 2010. So this is 2011. Let's go back to 2010. All right, so bam. This was the 2010 version of the XXL shoot. Zoom in a little bit more so I can see it better, right? All right, so yeah, I can hear me and everything. Okay, so on this cover, we had J. Cole, Pill, which who the hell is that? This is what I'm talking about. They have people, they be putting people on the cover that fall off so quickly, we don't even know who that is. Who the hell is Pill? Nipsey Hussle, Wiz Khalifa, OJ the Juice Man. I know who he is. Freddie Gibbs, I know who he is. Big Sean, everybody knows who he is. J-Rock, I know who he is. And then for Sean Donis, we don't know who he is. I don't know who he is. This is what I'm talking about. They put people on the cover, you feel me, that fall off and that are not consistent because I never heard music from him before, right? For Sean Donis, I think that's him. And then, yeah, Pill, I never even heard of before. Everybody else I sort of heard of before or is actually a popular artist till this day. So let's go to 2009. So I skipped 2 years. So let's go to 2009. We have Wale, B.O.B., which is a good one. Charles Hamilton, fell off. That's what I'm talking about. Fell off. Who the hell is that? I don't know who that is. Asher Roth. I heard of him, but fell off. Ace Hood. He's on Love and Hip Hop, guys. Santana was on Love and Hip Hop. That's what I'm talking about. Like, right now he's on the current season of Love and Hip Hop Miami. I don't know if it went off the air now because Love and Hip Hop kind of fell off, but he's on Love and Hip Hop Miami. We have Currency. We know who he is, of course. Kid Cudi, Corey Guns, Blue, and then Mickey. Remember the time frame when Corey Guns was like popping? Everybody thought that Corey Guns was gonna be like the next Lil Wayne, especially after 6 foot, 7 foot. Like everybody thought, like, oh, this is gonna be the next rapper up and coming. Shortly after, it fell off. Wasn't consistent, I don't think, and I think he had like bad dealings because especially his dad, if y'all don't know, is Peter Guns, and you already know his little hoopla on Love Hip Hop and everything like that. So it's not like that would have been the best person to be under. I think that was his manager at one point, or it was managing him, and he has a whole bunch of baby mama drama and everything going on. So That's kind of he kind of had a bad play in my opinion. So yeah, this is the 2008 cover, and I'm gonna go back to the 2011 cover after this because that was the first one that I should have started from. So we start from left to right. Ooh, okay, that look like Lil Boosie on the left. Half of these people I can't even name, but Plies, you feel me? Papoose, and that's it. I can't even name nobody else just from looking at it. Like that means they all fell off. Like if I okay, so Sejion, he was on Love and Hip Hop. If y'all don't know, the reason why he looks different, I think when he was doing Love and Hip Hop, he gained weight because his face was a lot fatter than it is now. So Sejion, Rich Boy, I don't know who he is. Gorilla Zoe, I don't know who he is. Joel Ortiz, I heard of him. Lupe Fiasco, everybody knows who he is. Where the hell is Lupe in this cover? Because see, I can't. Oh, I guess Lupe is the one on the very left, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, that's that's Lil Boosie on the very, very left. Let me stop being stupid. That's Lil Boosie on the very left. Cricket, and then y'all said Papoose and then Young Dro. So only people I've heard of that's still kind of relevant, low key now is Young Dro, Papoose, Lil Boosie, of course, Lupe Fiasco, Plies, and that's it. Everybody else fell off, is irrelevant. So let's go to 2011, right? Yeah. All right. So now we got Lil Twist at the very, very top. Lil Twist right now is on growing up hip hop. If that's not the biggest fall off, I don't know what is. I don't know how he grew up hip hop. If around the time he got popping, he was still pretty like in his teens or whatever. So it's not like he grew up like as a kid in hip hop. And when's the last time we heard of a Lil Twist track? I'll wait. So let's name who was on there. We got Mick Mill, who's still relevant now. We got Big Crit, who's still relevant now. Shy the Prince, who's still relevant now. Lil Twist fell off. Yellow Wolf, still relevant. RP to Mac Miller, he was also on the cover too. Him right here. YG, he's still relevant now. Kendrick Lamar, Diggy Simmons. This so far is one of the most current, like has the most current people that's still kind of relevant now, like music wise. So this was a good picking for the XXL. So let's go to 2012. We got okay. This is funny. Okay. Future, Kid Ink, Danny Brown, French Montana, Macklemore, Machine Gun Kelly, Hobson, Iggy Azalea, Roscoe Dash. Remember all the way, turn up, that was my shit. Okay. All right. So Roscoe Dash, after he dropped some songs a little bit after All the Way Turned Up, he fell off too. Iggy Azalea, I don't even know if she still does music, but I didn't like what she does. What she did, she used drag in the gay community or whatever to push her music in the later rounds of her career. Because if y'all don't remember, she started touring with like the RuPaul Drag Race girls or whatever. She started touring with them to try to promote her music. And I think she kind of used that as a niche to try to get the gays to listen to her music, but it didn't really work because I don't see her charting really anything. The person who I was kind of disappointed that fell off was Macklemore. The music that he made, it was really popping for a while. But then after a while, he fell off too. And then Kid Ink, also another artist that was making really good music, was really relevant. After a while, fell off. A lot of the thing is with the music industry, when there's a huge wave of new artists that kind of push in, the artists that's there now, they have to freaking bust their ass to be able to keep up. So I think what happened with some of these artists that I talked about in the past issues of the XXL is they couldn't keep up with the brand new artist that was so consistent pushing out this music, just like Santana, pushing out their music every album, keep dropping albums, keep pushing out consistent and good music and good content. They couldn't keep up with it. I think that's why they ended up falling off. Like Machine Gun Kelly, at one point he was hot, but then now he's just dating freaking Megan Fox, and I don't even think raps anymore. And if he does, who's heard of his last track? So yeah. And then of course French Montana is still relevant. Future is still relevant. What else? Yeah. Don Trip, I never even heard of who that is. Hobson, never heard of who that is. Don't come for me in the comments if I never heard of them. I just never heard of them. So I'm just saying. All right, so this is 2013. So 2013 has Schoolboy Q, Trinidad James, Joey Badass, Absol, Logic, Action Bronson, Coco Bands, Travis Scott, Dizzy Wright, and Angel Hayes. All right, so Angel Hayes fell off. That's one. Dizzy Wright, never heard of him. Travis Scott, as y'all know, his career is going on a breakdown because he having niggas right at his concert. So that was bad on his end. Not on his end. I do think though that like I don't like the fact that he's getting blamed for all of that stuff because he could have only done so much. Like, you feel me? Like, I get how he could have calmed the crowd down, but y'all blaming all these people's death on him like he was the person down there squishing them people and pressing on them. Like, y'all doing a little bit too much, and I feel bad that he's losing out on all his music. Trinidad James, one hit wonder. He dropped that one song, nothing. Just being honest. Action Bronson, I heard of him, but never really heard of his music. Schoolboy Q, I like his music. So this is a subpar cover. They had some people that fell off, and then some people that were one-hit wonders, and then some people that are still relevant now. The people that are still relevant now, Joey Badass, Travis Scott, in my opinion, Schoolboy Q, Logic, yeah. Kurt Cobain's not really. Angel Hayes fell off. Dizzy Wright, never heard of. Absol, still probably relevant. So this is a 2014 album cover. Oh my god. So we got from the left to the right, Chance the Rapper, Rich Homie Quan, Isaiah Rashad, never heard of, Ty Dolla $ign, Lil Durk, Kevin Gates, Troy Ave, Vic Mensa, John Connor, Lil Bibby, Jaron Benton, and August Alsina. Okay, this beats out the I think 2011 that I said still has like a good amount of relevant artists because a lot of these artists are still making music till this day. Chance the Rapper, good. Rich Homie Quan, he fell off. He was the saddest fall off for me because at one point, before the rush of freaking new artists came in, he was really consistent with his songs. So like he was all over the radio, remember when the 106 in Park days, all over the 106 in Park countdown. But then shortly after he fell off. I haven't done my research to find out why he fell off. But like I said, when a brush of new artists come in, it's hard for them to keep up. I think that's what gets a lot of these artists on these XXL covers, and that's why they need to watch out who they're putting on these covers because a lot of the people that they're putting on the covers, I don't think they're consistent enough to be able to outlast the industry. All right, so Troy Ave, fell off. So people to me that's still relevant now is Lil Durk, Ty Dolla $ign, Chance the Rapper, August Alsina. Everybody else is like, not really, in my opinion. But of course, and of course, I forgot to mention Kevin Gates. That's another one that's still relevant now. But a lot of them are more relevant than what was seen on the past covers. So it seems that each year they're getting better and better with the picks of the artists that they're putting on the XXL cover. Because people don't know, like, the point of this cover is to show like this is the future of music, this is the future of hip-hop. So that's why they're on the cover, because they're brand new artists that's putting a stamp in music and that they're gonna last a long time, right? That's what I think the cover is for. But yeah, so let's go to 2015. So 2015 has Fetty Wap, Dej Loaf, Rory, Kid, OG Mako, Shy Glizzy, K Camp, Vince Staples, Tink, and GoldLink. Tink to me hurt the most because I thought that she was going to be like the next big hip hop female artist. But next thing you know, around 2016, 2017, a wave of female artists just hit the industry and she was like forgotten about. So that it made me like sad because I really think she has the potential. And it's not like she's ugly or anything like that, but I just think that because she's not that booty girl rapper, that she doesn't get the attention that I think she deserves. Because if y'all watch her freestyle with the Breakfast Club that she did with the fuck man, my circle remains, keep it the same. Feed my people, don't give if it's legal, this is guard time. You might get shot up for your pussy. Listen, Angelina, like, bro, check out Tink, go on YouTube and look up Tink Freestyle Breakfast Club. That was one of the best freestyles I think any female artist has done, and she doesn't get her credit in my opinion. She don't get her due diligence in the music industry. So yeah, people that to me that are still relevant now, well, not relevant, but still has a name. Let's not say that they're relevant, but they have a name and have been in the media, I guess. Dej Loaf, she kind of fell off though, not gonna lie. Fetty Wap, huge fell off. Like I seen an interview he did recently was saying how he knew he fell off because of something. I didn't finish reading the title of it, but he basically knew he fell off at one point of his career because of something. And then yeah, that's about it. Everybody else either hasn't been consistent with their music or is not relevant now, to be honest, music wise at least. So 2016, we got Lil Yachty, Designer, Dave East, Denzel Curry, G Herbo, Lil Uzi Vert, Lil Dicky, 21 Savage, Kodak Black. Okay, so like I said, each year they're getting better and better with the people that they're putting on the cover. So 21 Savage and Kodak are and Lil Yachty still relevant now music wise. So that was 3 good picks on them because they outlasted the industry. So since 2016 till now, they're still putting out consistent amount of music. Davies to me, a lot of people I feel like don't listen to his music. They just know him by his face. Like I just don't see somebody being like, I'm a huge Davies fan. Like I just don't see that happening. That's just my opinion. G Herbo is another one too, still relevant too, along with Kodak, 21 Savage, and Lil Yachty. Lil Dicky fell off. And Lil Uzi Vert still relevant with the Kodaks and 21 Savage. And then Denzel Curry, Anderson .Paak, I don't even know who that is. Like I said, don't come for me in the comments. I don't know who the hell they are. If I never heard them on the radio, nothing like research they saw, I don't really hear them like that. I don't know who they are. But yeah, they got better. This is one of the best covers because most of the artists on there are still relevant and are still making music to this day. All right. So this is 2017. So 2017 had Playboy Cardi, XXS, A Boogie with the Hoodie, PNB Rock, Made in TYO, Anime, Cap G, Kyle, Ugly God, and Kamaya. You know the artist on this cover to me that doesn't get like their justice is Kyle. If y'all listen to Kyle's song, listen to his album. Let me show y'all the album, y'all. I'm gonna go full screen, but because I forgot the name of the album, but I listened to this album on repeat. I just know the song. I know the names of the songs, but I don't know the album name. This album right here. Oh yeah. Smile. This album. If y'all don't listen to this album, y'all losing out on life. Let me put it on focus. You got the focus, nigga. Let me put this on focus. This album. Right here. So go on Spotify, look up Smile by Kyle. One of the best albums ever. It's a no skip album. Seriously, he doesn't get his due diligence like at all as an artist. I think people overlook him a lot because he's kind of like to me like a light-skinned Tyler the Creator. So he looks like that weird kid that makes that weird music, and that's why he doesn't have a big of a backing as some of the other rappers. Anime is somebody like that too. He's like that weird rapper, so he doesn't have a huge backing too. But this cover got even better because it still has relevant artists to this day. We have people like Playboy Cardi who's still relevant, A Boogie with the Hoodie, PNB Rock, Kyle's still making music. So you have artists on this cover that is still outlasted the industry. A lot of the people in the past covers that I've shown, they just fell off after the cover, to be honest. Like a couple years after the cover, they just weren't putting out music. They weren't consistent. And if they weren't, it wasn't matching up to the wave of the new artists that were coming in. So yeah, I just wanted to do the video to show you guys the past years of the album covers and why I think Santana should be put on 2022's XXL cover. Because if you look at the artists I mentioned back then, it's not like they're consistent now. So the fact that he's not being put on that cover is kind of suspicious because it's like, why else would he be put on the cover? So people like Coy Leroy and all these other artists that are kind of like irrelevant now, to be honest, and are not consistent, he deserves to be on that cover. Let me know what you guys thought about this video. It was really good to look back at some of the covers that we see. I can't wait till summer of 2022 to see who gets put on the cover. Hopefully Santana gets put on that cover, because he has been busting his ass music-wise and has been making the connections to be able to make sure that he makes that cover. So let me know what you guys think, and do you guys think that he should be put on the cover or no? All right.
No, personal thing.